On.
Hey guys, my name is Daniel, and my group will be debating the use of fracking. For those of you that don't know what fracking is, it's a drilling process used by mining companies to extract natural gas and other fossil fuels from deep bedrock. The process involves drilling down into the earth and then injecting the hole made with a mixture of water, chemicals, and thickening agents like sand and gravel in a mixture called fracking fluid. This fracking fluid creates pressures and fractures that are allowing fossil fuels and natural gas to flow through the cracks made. Fracking has caused considerable damage to our country's environment. It contaminates water supplies with chemical-laden fracking fluid and harms native wildlife by exposing them to these spills and crude oil and natural gas. It's also just unreliable in terms of safety and consistency. For these reasons, our proposition is that the U.S. should ban fracking throughout the country. We would support this with claims supported by evidence such as the first one. So, on its detrimental effects to the environment and water supply. In an article published by the Associated Press, a report coming out of West Virginia in which the EPA is quoted as saying, however, we, as in the EPA, did find that spill water associated with fracked wells and their wastewater has an impact on the quality of streams in areas of intense shale gas development. They go on to say that the bottom line assessment is that groundwater so far is not being impacted, but surface water is more readily contaminated because of the frequency of spills. So, although it's not happening to groundwater, surface water is being exposed to the chemicals in the fracking fluid and to crude oil and natural gas. But this isn't an isolated incident. It doesn't just happen in West Virginia. Another article from the Associated Press states that a fracking pipeline spilled millions of gallons of mud into an Ohio wetlands. Quoted as saying, an Ohio Environmental Protection Agency notice says that the Rover pipeline spilled around 2 million gallons of mud used as lubricant in the wetlands while drilling beneath the Tuscarawas rivers in Stark County, 60 miles south of Cleveland. So basically what this is saying is that it spilled 2 million gallons of mud into an area that wasn't exposed to the type of mud that was in there. This isn't just any type of mud. It was mud mixed with the chemicals specifically made to be put in the hole for fracking. This is fracking fluid. It's not just any other type of mud. And it wasn't just like a couple buckets. It was 2 million gallons spilled in the Ohio wetlands. So these 2 million gallons isn't just detrimental to the environment. It also affects the native wildlife. In a study done, reported by phys.org, researchers found that fluids produced by hydraulic fracturing have significant negative effects on rainbow trout. Even at greater than 100-fold dilutions, these effects include oxidative stress, endocrine disruption, and biotransformation, which may lead to longer-term impacts on populations where spills have occurred. So basically, what this study says is that two researchers got together, they farmed a population of rainbow trout, closed environment, and they exposed them to the chemicals that were found in fracking fluid. But they weren't just like dumping buckets of fracking fluid in there. They were diluting them. Even at like 100-fold dilutions, they diluted 100 times. The rainbow trout were still showing negative effects. They were still showing oxidative stress. They were suffocating, and they were basically deforming through reproduction. Our other claim, that fracking is unreliable in terms of safety and consistency. So these spills are not uncommon. It doesn't happen in just West Virginia. It doesn't just happen in Ohio. In fact, there have been 6,600 spills just last year and just from 4 states. In an article published by phys.org in February 2017, they are quoted as saying is each year 2 to 16% of hydraulically fractured oil wells spill hydrocarbons, chemical-laden water, and fracking fluid and other substances. Oftentimes, when these wells spill, it's not just once. It's not just one time and it's fixed and it's capped. They often spill more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. In the same article, they go on to say that wells that have spilled before are not properly capped and often spill again. The study found that a significant portion of spills, 26% of the spills in Colorado and 53% of the spills in North Dakota, occurs at wells that experience more than one spill, which suggests that wells where spills have already occurred merit closer attention. The spills that happen take a long time to cap and pose a risk to everyone around them as well. It's not safe. In an article published by the New York Times in April 2017, it quotes, "BP struggles to control a damaged oil well in the Alaskan Arctic, where officials have identified two leaks venting methane gas and crude oil. Workers near were evacuated due to the risk of explosion." Again, this is not isolated, this happens all the time. It goes on to say, quote, "Just the latest in a series of leaks from petroleum operations that have plagued Alaska in recent months. Last week, meaning around early March, divers placed a clamp over a gash in an underwater Hillport, Alaska pipeline, halting the flow of millions of cubic feet of natural gas." So this is another spill, aside from the Alaskan Arctic one, where divers have to dive in and cap the spill. This just further proves that fracking should be banned throughout our country. It's not safe, it's not reliable. Spills happen all the time. It's not safe for the people around them, seeing as the workers around there had to be evacuated. We're seeing effects on wildlife, detrimental effects on wildlife, and millions of gallons being spilled. It's just not, it's not good for the environment, and it should be banned.